As of late, I've been in the market for a good CO2 pistol with some blowback for my training. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Colt M45 CQBP. Stick around. I appreciate you clicking on this video, my friend. I want to thank all of my subscribers and welcome all the new visitors here to 411 Outdoors. I hope you find this content helpful and resourceful. Let's get rolling. Up until this point, I have only owned one CO2 pistol, and that is the Glock. Now, this is the Glock that does not have any blowback. I've done several videos on that particular CO2 pistol. To have an enhanced training experience, though, I believe that if you're going to use a CO2 pistol for training, you do need to use one with blowback. I considered going out and just getting another Glock CO2 pistol because they have more expensive versions that have blowback, but I wanted to take a chance on something different. And I am already loving the look and feel of this Colt M45, and it's got a very user-friendly setup. Here's the way it comes packaged. The .177 caliber Colt M45 is a variation of the 1911 railgun that's enlisted by the U.S. Marines. Now, CQBP stands for Close Quarter Battle Pistol. This just has a nice feel, a very realistic feel to it. It's got a 19-round magazine and shoots at 400 feet per second. As far as disassembly is concerned, it's pretty simple. The magazine pops out this way, and if you want to put your CO2 tank in, it just pops off the side like this. And then you can take your CO2 tank and slide it up in here like this. But then you're going to have to screw it in. So what we're going to have to do is take this piece out here from the side, from the back. And we're going to use this to screw it in here. You're going to hear a little noise there. Once that's in there, you can just pop this right back in. Put the cover back on. Okay, and then pop your magazine in there. Now, these do not come with BBs or CO2 tanks, but if I could give you any advice, I would just tell you to buy CO2 tanks in bulk. Don't buy them like 5 at a time. Go out and buy you like a case of 32 or whatever it is. It's a whole lot cheaper that way. So as far as loading this thing, here's what you're going to do. Take this and slide it down and lock it in place right there. And then what we're going to do is load the BBs from the top. There's a little top groove here. I want you to see this. You see that? What you're going to do is just drop the BBs in right here. They just hold it up straight like this and drop the BBs in there. They'll just fall right in. You see how they're loading up? Just drop it right in the top. Okay, it's stacking up. I'm gonna finish loading this up now. Now, if you've got the safety on, just take that safety off and give it a rack and you'll be ready to go. I've got me a little metal can here to plink on that's about 20 feet away. I want to give you a very up close look at this while it's shooting, just so you can get a feel of the blowback. So as you can tell, it's not a whole lot of recoil, but it is something to work with. This Colt M45 definitely has a smooth feel to it. I love the feel of the blowback. I love working with this so much better than the one that doesn't have it because it is a game changer. I do want you to get a look at these sights. And these rear sights are adjustable for windage. The pull weight comes at about 4.25 pounds. The overall weight is 1.75 pounds. Like I said, it's just got a very realistic feel to it, built very well. Another thing I wanted to mention is it does have an ambidextrous safety as well, with an underbarrel Picatinny rail. The thing this is intended to do is give you a very realistic feel of the original when handling it. I usually save what I'm about to cover for other videos in answering questions and such, but I'm going to go ahead and include it in this review, and that is the subject of self-defense. A lot of people are wondering, is something like this a viable self-defense option if they can't get a firearm? Or, you know, if they're just maybe afraid to use a firearm or can't afford a real firearm. People want to know for a lot of different reasons. And in the past, I have contended that these are not good for self-defense. Yeah, they hurt when you get hit by them. It would sting, and if you got hit in the eye, it could put an eye out. All kinds of things. It wouldn't feel good to get hit in the face with these things, but I do not stand behind this as a viable self-defense weapon. I have done testing with these CO2 pistols that shoot at 400 feet per second, and they just don't do significant enough damage for me to trust my life with. Now, I know there are air guns that shoot a lot faster, a lot more feet per second. That's a whole different conversation, but these, like the Glock and like this one that shoot at 400, just don't pack enough of a punch to qualify as a self-defense weapon. You're just going to make somebody mad. For me, the main function of something like this is firearms training apart from the range. You know, you want to get to the range as often as you can, and you want to take the pistol that you carry and you want to train with that. You want to become as accurate and efficient as possible. But it's my opinion that most people don't get to the range as much as they need to. And people can take something like this and train in their own backyard as long as, you know, it's got a safe backdrop. It doesn't make any noise, it's quiet, it's got a little blowback, it's got the realistic feel of a firearm, and it gives you the ability to train all the time if you want to. There's even catch boxes that you could build to shoot indoors with something like this. You'd want to make it somewhat sizable and just give you a little margin for error so that you're not, you know, shooting BBs at your concrete walls. But you could set something like this up on the inside and like train firearm mechanics constantly. Just training things like pulling your firearm efficiently and getting on target. I personally believe this is priced very well. I want to say it retails somewhere along the lines of about 70 bucks right now. That's cheaper than the Glock with no blowback. All right, my friends, I think that pretty much wraps up this review. Anything else that you need to know, we can talk about in the comments. If there's something about this pistol that you like, that you want to talk about, drop that comment down there. I'd love to hear from you. I love the discussion that comes. I learn a lot of things about products that I review after the fact because of, you know, consumers out there that already use these things. Do you have this particular CO2 pistol? Do you like it? Do you work with it on a regular? What would you like to see different with regards to this pistol? All these are relevant things we can talk about in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.